So it's like 70% of my exposure is to Bitcoin, but I do have quite a decent percentage to altcoins and equity companies and security tokens. I don't think I'll be investing in utility tokens unless the whole entire market goes nuts again and we're obviously going to be in another bubble. And then maybe I'll try to invest in some alts that are really rekt if I think they're going to go up or something. But I'm going to get out of them as soon as I think the bubble's going to crash. I don't think they're going to long-term hold value. But as an investment, like a short-term, maybe medium, long-term investment, I think maybe you can make some money if you're following the markets, you know what you're doing. But the risk is so high that if you just put your money in and hold it, you're going to miss the exit point for most coins.
Yeah, if there is a bubble where it goes up and goes down, then you're correct. But what if there isn't a bubble? It's just things actually start accruing value because of the merits of what they have to provide and people wanting to hold them. And so then there isn't really an exit. You'd just probably rather hold those things other than maybe certain equities or maybe other currencies. And that could be a thing that happens too. So I haven't really sold any crypto ever. And like not even 2017, not 2018. I've never sold anything.
The HODLer of last resort here.
The guy who founded Victoria's Secret, he sold it for like $1 million. And then he killed himself.
No.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Like, what if I sold ETH at $3?
Yeah.
I could have. I would have made 300%. But it's like, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm here for like the billions of dollars. And for me, that might take 10 years. It might take 20 years, 30 years. But if I'm willing to exit things that I think are important pieces of technology today, then I'll probably be too early in exiting them. And I would rather have a 10% chance of getting that $1 billion versus a 99% chance of having $800,000 or
Right.
like $2 million. Like, that's not really exciting to me.
Right. For everybody that's thinking about this, you got to like have your own risk tolerance. You should learn about risk and portfolio management if you can, and just be aware of the risks of ups and downs and like diversify where you can and be really comfortable with losing a lot of money and watching it burn in front of you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be the HODLer of last resort, then you're going to suffer through gut-wrenching ups and downs for sure.
And I'm totally prepared to do that. And I mean, that's what I did through 2017, 2018, and even still in 2019. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, lose all of your money, but it's fine.
I believe Bitcoin's going to go to $100,000 to $1 million per Bitcoin.
Same.
In the next 3 to 10 years. Like, I'd say 3 to 4, 3 to 5, maybe for 100,000. And then by 10 years, I think $1 million. That's personally what I think. It's not investment advice. Don't base your decisions off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think about all the time, like, if Bitcoin goes to 50, it's going to be really hard not to sell some Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of maximalists and stuff will preach, like, don't ever sell narrative, but like, you should sell some, take some profits. That's the way I think about it. If it goes up significantly, there's nothing wrong with taking some profits to get some of your value out. But if you want to get that value accrual to the point where this does succeed as its potential, you don't want to be selling too early.
Yeah.
A lot of people sold too early in 2017. Andreas Antonopoulos had that Twitter thing happen where Roger Ver called him out for not being a millionaire. He's like, oh, well, if Andreas had only held his Bitcoin instead of spending it, then he would be a millionaire. Like, why is Roger Ver shitting on Andreas? And then the community got so mad that they donated $1 million worth of Bitcoin to him.
Yeah.
And he was just saying, like, I'm sorry, I had expenses. I had living expenses. I didn't have the ability to hold my Bitcoin as long as everybody else maybe did, but I had a life to live and I had expenses. So he sold his Bitcoin, didn't get the mega run up. Just because someone got into Bitcoin early doesn't mean they're like a mega millionaire right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that held their Bitcoin from 2011, say you got it at $10, right? 5, 10, 15, whatever it was. And you held it up all the way to 2013, 14 when the Mt. Gox thing happened up to $1,200. And you didn't sell then because you were a HODLer and you really believed in it. And then the price dropped to $200. That sucks. To go from $15 to $1,200 to be like, I'm in it for the long haul, I'm never going to sell. And then it goes down to $200. That sucks. So most of the people that had those Bitcoins still, when it finally climbed up that wall of worry and 3 years later it hit the all-time high again against all odds to $1,200, a lot of people I know sold Bitcoin. at the new all-time high because they were like, finally, I can get back out. Like, I made the mistake the first time. I'm not going to make it again. I'm going to sell. And like 2 months later, it's 10,000, 15,000. And these people are just like, oh my God, like I waited for so long and sold it too early. So there's those people, but then there's the people who like didn't sell at 20,000 and felt like crap. Like they lost so much value when 20,000 hit, and they're like looking at their paper profits and their portfolio value being like, oh, I don't ever have to work a day in my life again. I can go buy a house and a yacht and a car. And then they watch over the next year and a half just evaporate down to $3,000, and not just evaporate to $3,000, but they also had altcoins that went down 95, 96, 97%. People lost mega money on paper.
One Bitcoin always equal one Bitcoin.
One Bitcoin always equals one Bitcoin, but not if you're investing in altcoins.
Correct.
There's an amplification effect on investing in altcoins up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's alt season, you can make more money by being in altcoins. But when it's bubble burst season, you're going to lose money faster by being in altcoins. That's what the market cycles have shown us so far. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the next time if it happens, when we believe it'll happen, I don't think it's going to be that bad to like take some profits. But if you believe it's going to go to 1 million, you're obviously not going to sell everything.
Yeah, the meme that's on my desktop background that's been there for a few years is the one from The Matrix where Morpheus is talking to Neo and Neo goes, what do you mean? Are you telling me I can dodge bullets? And then Morpheus goes, no, Neo, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you're ready, you won't have to. And the Bitcoin one is Neo goes, what are you saying, that someday I can trade my Bitcoin for millions? And Morpheus says, no, Neo, I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to. If Bitcoin's $1 million, you're never going to need USD again. You're never going to need CAD again. Like, obviously, you would want to diversify into things like real estate and equities.
We are in the world of hyper-Bitcoinization where Bitcoin is a currency like dollars.
Yeah.
And yeah, you won't have to use dollars because people will accept Bitcoin. It'll be a medium of exchange and a unit of account.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm waiting for.
I'll give you one for the dap on that one.
Dap.